are all beauties.
Sunrise came early over Niantic, Connecticut, as Tom Pitasi and I set out for a day of fishing for striped bass. It had been a while since Tom and I had last fished, but I was looking forward to the opportunity to check out the rocky shoreline of eastern Long Island Sound.
The idea is just to fly down there and see if we can get on this bite real fast, and hopefully it's there and we can hold on to it.
Yep.
We're going to be on soft plastics this morning. Really good chance to throw the fly rod if I want to. Might be a chance to throw a popper on and grab some topwater stuff.
How many feet of water?
Probably anywhere from 7 to 20. All right, so guys, one of the things I like to do when I leave the dock in the morning is start a track. Starting a track is very simple. We're just going to go to tracks. I'm going to start my track. I already have it set up for the color and everything. So what that's going to do for me is, as we start fishing this reef and any other reef that we start to fish today, it's going to lay that track down where we've been. It'll show me my drift. As the day progresses and the tide and the wind changes, I'll be able to take the boat right back up on top and slide back over that same drift where we were catching fish on the previous drift. So really beneficial tool for you guys to use out there. If you haven't used your tracks, give them a try. I think you'll like it. There we go.
Yeah, Tom.
That's what we got up for.
First fish of the day.
Yeah, waking up with Mr. Striped Bass. So we're just using a little soft plastic, little finesse fish. No monster here, but it's been kind of that way. Little schoolie. Come here, little fella. That bait's almost as big as the fish. How aggressive they are, huh? All right, buddy, go grow up. So as we're approaching these reefs, guys, and you're seeing them on your chart plotter, one of the things you want to do is figure out, obviously, the stage of the tide and how your boat's going to drift across that piece of structure. Another reason why we put that track line on, so you can kind of see how that previous drift was, where your boat's going to kind of set up. But, obviously, I always like to kind of keep my nose into the current as much as possible. The boat just kind of drifts a whole lot nicer, and then that allows you to work your baits off on a 45-degree angle and kind of get them to swing back into the tide. And that's kind of the key when you're working these structures, is you want that bait to swing into that first couple of sets of waves on that structure, and that's where those fish are positioned. They're going to be kind of sitting down there looking up for that bait to come washing over the top, and if they're there, they're going to come up and eat.
We'll get some marks there. We got some fish rolling here. There he is.
Attaboy, Neal. Come on.
Good eyes, Tom. Digging.
Little guys, but
nice school of bass up on top. Nice healthy fish. There you go, buddy.
Good schoolie bass here. Come here, buddy. Look how pretty that guy is in the sunlight, huh? Beautiful fish. Most user-friendly fish in the ocean right there.
Look at the bait.
Peanuts or butters. See him? It is not a good day to be one of them.
Whoa, that's a better fish.
Heard that guy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's a little better. Taking a little drag. Right on the edge of the rip line there.
Right where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, right. A little better, a little
That's
better.
pretty. We're going in the right direction.
Yeah, right.
Got that hook on the bottom lip.
Bottom lip, yeah.
Always a little tough when they're right there. Get out of there.
All right.
There you go, huh?
Yeah.
How pretty that fish is.
Beauty. They are real healthy right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of size around here right now, but these are great light tackle and fly rod fish right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let that guy go and get another day in him.
I think that's a fish, yeah. Oh, that's a nice fish. That's a two-hander.
Two-hander to get him in.
Oh, that is a beautiful
There
fish.
we go. That's a nice one.
Get these up in Maine like this.
So we moved up a little bit to the east to Bartlett's Reef, one of the other great structures here along the shoreline here in Connecticut. We're going to use the electronics to see if we can get us dialed in on some more fish.
Yeah, one of the things we do, Neal, you know, and really everybody can do it, is when you set up your equipment, you see how we have the shading on the reef here, which, you know, makes it stand out very prominently for us. You can change the depth of the shading. So whatever type of fishing you do, you know, if you're an offshore fisherman, you can set that to you know, shade deeper water. If you're an inshore guy like myself, you can, you know, set it to shade the shallower water. So as you're popping around the chart, you know, when you see those kind of blues and teals, you know that that water is, for instance, here, it's 15 feet or less. So anything shaded is 15 feet or less. So it just kind of gives me a quick indication as I look at my chart, hey, that's probably some water that maybe we want to target.
Right,
and,
right.
and you can go up and fish that water very effectively. And the great thing is you can kind of change it on the fly as the day goes. If you move out to deeper water and that number goes to 30 or 40 or 50 feet, you just change it.
Shade that. Perfect. Well, we got a few marks here, some bait.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
And let's see if we can't hook them up. Man, they're coming right out of the water.
Right into slick up here, you'll see fish. Neal, don't be afraid to let that thing sit. You know, let it get a little down a little bit.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Man.
Come on. Ooh. Hello.
There he is. Woo-hoo!
Tell you what, doesn't get any prettier right here. Nice summer morning.
Oh, they're blowing up right.
Fish launching up out of the water. Things are good right now. Nice fish right here.
All right, there you go, Tom.
It's a little better.
Man, they're still blowing up right here.
Nice solid fish right there, guys. Beautiful. Let this guy get back in and we'll get another one.
A little better than I thought he was.
He's had a little shoulder on him.
Yeah?
A little nicer fish, a little solid. Look at that. These fish are laced up too. These could be fresh fish. See them all laced
Yeah, I
up here?
did see a few of those, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That thing just popped right out of his mouth. Get him back in the water here, fellas. All right, you ready? There you go.
There he is. Oh, they're blowing up right
Fish
here.
launching up out of the water. Push back up just a few feet here, guys. Just bring us around. Boat position is directly affected to catching or not catching. And if your boat's in the wrong position and you're presenting your lines in the wrong position, it's just not natural to these fish. So it's really important to kind of keep that boat pointing into the current, stay as parallel as you can, and then get those lines, you know, across that rip and bring them back and let those baits swing through.
There we go. Got a little juice to him. Got a little weed action going here.
Yeah, it's a little dirty right there.
So we're fishing a Shimano 5000 Stratix, real smooth reel. Shimano Terramar rod, and we got some Power Pro super slick.
I tell you, Neal, I use these things in so many different combinations, from bass to bluefish to the albies, and quality equipment. It stands up to the beating that you put it through, and day after day it just comes out and works. There we go. There you go, Neal.
Let's see, this guy just inhaled this bait. They just...
Yeah, this is kind of cool just to show people that so many times people think that the fish school is just similar size, but it shows you that they're just running, you know, in packs of different size fish. And, you know, we're proving one cast is a 18-inch fish and the next cast is a 25-inch fish.
Bada bing, bada boom. Beauty.
Beauty.
Nice job, Cap. I think sometimes we get spoiled, you know. It was so phenomenal fishing that...
I think people have gotten used to catching and not fishing.
Exactly.
And, you know, whoever your favorite local guide is, here in Connecticut and into the Watch Hill area of Rhode Island, things seem to be a little bit later, you know?
Yeah.
The squid run that used to be May and June is now sometimes, you know, pushing into July and August, and sometimes not at all. That used to be an area that you're almost guaranteed big fish. And you know, the way that I like to catch them, on top, fly, light tackle.
Oh, here he is.
There's one right there.
Go right over you.
Go ahead. See him? I say it every time, but I mean it every time. Absolutely gorgeous.
With the current slowing to a crawl, we decided to head up coast towards Fisher's Island, a place known to hold fish amongst its shallow reefs and boulder fields. Niantic itself offers easy access to Fisher's Island, as well as some of the most iconic fishing locations in the Northeast, including Montauk, Block Island, and Watch Hill. With a short run to each spot, Niantic offers a central location to begin a great day of fishing.
Obviously, that the back of this island has a ton of structure, so you just kind of pay attention to the chart plotter, get up into some spots and just start, you know, kind of working. This is a great time to use side vision, guys. You can stay off of that structure and use that side vision to kind of peek in there and see what's going on. You can see the structure, all the boulders that we have going on in here. This is going to be a great spot. See how rough that bottom is? That's exactly what we want in here. We're just going to kind of turn into the beach a little bit, and we'll see if we can't get a couple casts in there. This is just a little clouser minnow. Just gonna kind of hop it back. Oh, that was a fish right there. I dropped it. There we go.
Yeah, Tom.
Little fly rod action there. Couldn't resist that. He hit it the first time, but I missed him. Yeah, he woke up. He woke up.
Fly rod action. What do you hit on there, Tom?
It's just a little chartreuse and white clouser. Nothing fancy. Good little bait fish imitation. He wanted that thing. He pounded it. I had a feeling.
Yeah, these smaller fish really love to fly, don't they? Nice little guy.
Well, We are finding our share of the schooly fish today, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? Again, bids well for the population.
Oh, no doubt.
They're a lot of fun on light tackle. There you go. Little chartreuse and white. Clouser, just a little bait fish pattern. You know, mimics just a lot of things that swim down there, and those guys just can't leave that alone for something.
They seem like they just love that.
With the tide becoming more productive, we headed northeast towards Watch Hill, Rhode Island. There we plan to fish amongst the many reefs, rocks, and passages that are scattered throughout the ocean floor and offer important structure for feeding fish.
So you can see as we're approaching the reef here, we've got the Real Vision 3D going, and we're in the GPS mode. So as I turn the boat, you're going to see the actual 3D kind of turn and move with me. That's one of the features with the Axiom and the Axiom Pro, is that the transducer actually has something called AHAR stabilization. That AHAR stabilization, there's an actual heading sensor embedded in the transducer. Because of that, we're able to give you this kind of real-time picture. The other thing that does for us is it stabilizes the image. So if we were in rougher water and the boat was, you know, rocking a little bit, that image is going to stay very stable. And you can see as we're coming up on the structure here, you can see the rocks and the boulder field out to our left and our right. Really gives you a perspective of what's down there. And you can see here we've passed over the top of it into kind of the flatter water. Really amazing technology. It just gives you that extra view of what's down there. Let's fish this.
Well, we got some moving water now.
It's definitely moving in here.
So we moved a little bit more to the east, find some moving water. We certainly found some moving water. We're in the Watch Hill area. We're on Katoom Reef now. The water's rolling through here nice.
From east to west, you got Watch Hill, Sugar, Katoom, and Wickapisset. So this area, for me personally, is I'm a big fan of the outgoing tide. You know, you can see the amount of water you have moving over these reefs, and you know that's key. You got to have that water movement, and if these fish are going to be active, you're going to catch them. You got to be careful in this area. There's a lot of these reefs that have exposed rock, so you got to use caution in and around the Watch Hill Reef system in general. You definitely always want to keep the bow up into the current, just for safety's sake. You know, you don't want to get sideways in this stuff. Even in a 26-foot boat like this, you get sideways in this thing and you're going for a ride. So be smart. If you don't have the right boat and it's too rough for the day that you're here, don't come in here, because bad things are going to happen. Oh yeah, right there. Nice
Got
fish.
him.
Nice fish. That's the one.
Nice. Right on that edge, right, Tom?
Yep. Acting like a good sized fish though, straight up and down. Not a monster, but nice fish.
Atta baby.
Oh, he pounded that thing. Absolutely pounded it. Beautiful fish, huh? All right, buddy.
Despite the fact that we had moving water, the fish failed to show up in large numbers. With the sun a little higher in the sky, we decided to head to deeper water and try our luck vertical jigging off the bottom.
That's what you want to do here. You want to get it to the bottom, crank it up 10 or 15 turns as fast as you can. Oh, now I'm on. Oh, that's bottom. That's bottom. Make sure I'm good. That's all you want to do, is just touch that bottom and crank it up 10 or 15 turns and drop it straight back down. I only reeled that up because that's a fish. Nice fish.
Ooh, nice fish. Yeah, Tom.
There we go.
Nailing them on the second drop, I guess it would be, right? I'm
Definitely.
gonna reel this one out of the way.
That's a good fish. Get a little better angle on this rod. Not sure what it is, but solid fish, whatever. Pulled up, started marking a few fish. Blue fish.
Big blue. Oh, greaser blue.
Yeah. Use that jig as a handle.
That jig is nice.
That's why he was coming up a little funny there.
Yeah, right. My G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip.
Yeah. So,
Nicely done, Cap.
thank you, Mr. Bluefish.
Nice, big, feisty. Sound blue.
Woo. That when I dropped that jig, I literally felt the jig drop and stop. Like
Yeah.
you knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
So I immediately engaged, and that's when I hit him.
Hit him. Yep.
So we're gonna go right back up, guys. Do it again. So on days like today when we're doing this deep water stuff and you're looking at your sonar, we're not seeing a whole lot of fish. Really important to pay close attention to the bottom. And now's really a good time to utilize your zoom feature. On all the Raymarine Axiom units, we've got a real easy way to do that. So you see on the bottom of the screen, it just says zoom. So if we just tap a couple of times, now I've just zoomed into the bottom. That's just gonna highlight any of those fish that are pinned real close to the bottom and allow us to see those a whole lot easier. There we go. That's a big fish. Wow.
Nice, Tom.
Yeah. Found another one down there, Neal. Yeah, he's starting to come to me now. Yeah, this guy's got stripes.
Yeah, nice one. Ah, there we go. Nice, Tom.
Bring him right to you there, buddy.
Nice bottom lip.
Oh, yeah. Careful of that big hook. Take care of that.
All right, jigging them up. Nice job, buddy. Nice job.
Thank you, huh?
So we found that spot and
Saw a couple little bumps
couple
there.
marks there,
and
and
that's
there she is. All right, let him go.
Thank you, sir.
After a productive day of fishing with Tom Pitasi, our time on the water was coming to a close. With our bow pointed towards Niantic, we headed back into port as the sun began to set on the horizon. We fished 3 different states and covered miles of water, all in pursuit of New England's favorite game fish, striped bass.